having a wonderful week. The weekend is within sight. Can you believe it? I'm so ready. It has been the longest week and I need a break. But before we take our weekend break, we've got fun stuff. We've got beautiful beads. I've got a fun project to show you guys that is a kit that is available for purchase. And on top of all of that beady goodness, guys, we're celebrating Christmas in July. I love it. I love it. I love Christmas in July. I love Christmas anytime. It doesn't matter when. We can have Christmas on a random Tuesday, and I'm excited about it. But I do love Christmas in July. July is my birthday month. I celebrate all month long. And what better way to do that than to celebrate Christmas in July? And for art beads, that means 20 to 25% off store-wide. And if you spend, I'm just going to say this is my birthday gift to you. It's not really, but we're going to pretend like for today, this is my gift to you. If you spend $75 or more, you are going to get a free gift. That free gift is 5 full strands of hurricane Czech glass beads. And I'm going to show those to you because saying it is one thing, but seeing it is something completely different. So I'm going to show you all of those beautiful beads. Yes, I know you're going to want them. I know you are. So we're going to do all of those things. I also have a new product drop for you guys coming today. So you want to stick around for all of the beady goodness that we've got going on. Hello to Gina. Hey, how are you? Connie's here. Mary is here. Aunt Eater Diane is here. So many familiar faces. It is so good to see everybody. I hope you're staying cool wherever you are. I can hear some thunder rumbling in the distance here. I don't know what it's doing where you are, but I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty hot. I mean, it seems to be the going thing right now. So I think we're all kind of sweating through the month of July. So let's pretend like it's December. And yeah, let's celebrate some Christmas in July. Okay, so happy birthday to you, July babies. We are special. We're extra special. So happy birthday to you, Connie. I am glad to be in good company with you. Okay, so let's see. What shall we do first? I'm going to show you those free gift strands first. Then I'm going to show you a strand assortment that keeps selling out that everybody loves. Then I'm going to do a project with a kit, and then I'm going to drop a new product on you. So that's kind of like your itinerary for our journey this afternoon. So definitely stick around for all the beady goodness, but let's start with those free strands, shall we? I'm going to turn you around and we're going to get into it. All right, so as mentioned, it is beautiful hurricane glass, and the way you're going to get your hands on these is by spending $75 or more. And listen, $75 might sound like a lot at first, but when you start adding things to your cart, you know how it is. You know how it is. Before you know it, you've got a cart full and you've spent like, 3 weeks worth of bead budget all in one fell swoop. So I don't know. It can happen quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, so let's take a look at these beautiful strands. So these are drucks. I thought they were fire polish. They're not. They are druck beads. And that is a long strand, by the way. That's like a ton of beads. Beautiful 4mm strand right there. I think this is probably my favorite strand out of all of them. This is a really interesting strand because it's this beautiful oval shape, but it is drilled sideways. So it gives you something really cool, like a very different kind of bead. Very, very different kind of bead. Almost looks like candy. Also, another really long strand. So pretty. Hi, BJ. How are you? Susanna says $75 is child's play when buying beads. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look at these. Oh, so pretty. That blue matches my fingernails. What do you think? I love it. Love it. I love the shapes on these. These are fabulous. Another beautiful strand. And these are table cut, by the way. Table cut rectangles. It's a very popular shape. And then last but not least are these little lintel shapes. So pretty. All right, so that is 5 full strands. 5 full strands. Free. Free 99. Free. Free to you when you spend $75 or more. During our Christmas in July sale going on right now, that is 20 to 25% off store-wide. Now, I don't know about you, but that 20 to 25% off store-wide is definitely going to help. And when you have all of your beautiful beady items in your cart, you're going to add these. You're going to get, or you're going to get these added as a bonus. Who doesn't love bonus beads? Like, bonus beads should just be an all the time kind of thing, I think. Right? Who doesn't want bonus? I want some bonus beads. All right. Now, while you're taking a look at these, I am going to mention how easy it is to shop while you can take a look at this beautiful eye candy that we have right here. So if you are joining us for the first time, first and foremost, I want to welcome you in. If this is not your first time, but you need a refresher, here is the rundown of how to shop with us. So you're going to notice on the side of your screen, there is going to be a shopping bag. You're going to click on that shopping bag. It's probably over here. You're going to click on that shopping bag at any point during today's show, and it's going to bring up the items that I have in today's show. That includes the tools, that includes the findings, that includes everything that you see in the show today. And you can add all of those items to your shopping cart as well as check out. So you can finish the entire shopping experience all while watching. You don't have to navigate away. It just makes me a little bit smaller. You can still watch while you do all of that. And then when you're done, if you'll click on me, it'll make me big again. So you can do the entire process without having to navigate away. However, if you do have to navigate away and you need to come back to find us, you can find us at artbeads.com/live. And if you're joining us from from Facebook. It's Facebook. If you're joining us from Facebook, you're going to notice there's a little text bar in the top of your screen. At any point during the show, you can add in the item codes for each one of the items that you see. And then when you hit enter, it's going to send a message to your messenger on Facebook. And it's going to send you a link that will take you directly to that product on artbeads.com. That is a really easy way to shop with us if you are joining us from Facebook. However, keep in mind that if you're joining us from Facebook or from YouTube, I can't see your comments in the comment section, and I really want you to come and be a part of the conversation. So I'd like to encourage you to come on over to artbeads.com and watch the live from there so that you can be part of this amazing community, hanging out here and sharing all of your comments, because I miss a lot of comments. Eric tries to keep up with the comments that go by on YouTube, but I don't get to see them, which makes me extra jealous. So let's not let Eric have the upper hand here. Y'all come on over. Come over to artbeads.com and watch that way so that you can hang out with me as well. Okay. All right. So gonna move these beauties out of the way, but don't forget about them. Okay. Don't forget about them, because all you got to do is spend $75 and you're going to get all 5 of these strands for free. They're just going to throw them in with your order and you're going to get them, and it's going to be a free bonus for you. Celebrate some Christmas in July. All right. Now, if that wasn't enough beady goodness for you, I have a strand assortment that Megan put together that has been selling out, and I happen to have it in my hands. This is the first time I have had to show it to you guys. Some of our other amazing designers have had this one and have sold it out. I'm hoping that I can be a part of the cool kids table and do the same. This is one of our beautiful vintage Czech glass bead strand assortments in teal. Now, I had another teal that was a little bit different. This one is a little bit more on the green side, and I think you guys are going to love it. You've probably already seen it if you watch the other designers here on artbeads.com, but it's my first time having it in my hands, and I gotta tell you, I can see why this one sells out so often. Now, for those of you who have not seen our strand assortments before, Megan in our warehouse puts these together. We call her Mix Master Megan because that's what she's all about. She is a wonderful beady goddess who puts together these incredible strand assortments of these vintage Czech glass. By the way, these are flowers. They're center drilled. One of my favorites. Absolutely adore those. I love that these are really small, because some of the other ones in some of the other assortments have been pretty big. I love the small size. But our strand assortments here are all vintage Czech glass. You know they're vintage because we say so, but also because these are on cotton. I don't know if you know this or not, but it is too expensive to strand beads on cotton anymore. So a lot of times these are on monofilament, which is just like a plastic, sort of like fishing line. Nowadays, that's what beads are strung on. So that's a nice indicator that you're getting some vintage beads. That's a good thing to look for, not just here, but anywhere that you're buying beads, because if you see them on cotton, you're probably looking at super expensive gemstones or vintage. So, oh, I love those. Those are really pretty. It's like a beautiful mix of honey color and teal. Those are so nice. I love the drops too. These assortments, strand assortments that Megan has put together for us, these are in limited quantities. And when the demand is high, she does her best to restock these with what materials we have. That's not always possible though. I just want you to know. It is not always possible to restock these. And sometimes when they get restocked, there may be a little slight difference or variance in the beads that you're going to get, just because sometimes we don't have all of the exact same ones again. But we do our best, or I should say Megan does her best when possible. This is one, as I mentioned, that sells out or has sold out in the past. And I wanted to get a piece of that pie and show it to you guys because it's so pretty. It has leaves and flowers. This color is absolutely stunning. Don't forget to stick around because I've got a new strand assortment for you guys coming in hot very, very soon. I'm going to show it to you later on in the show. I love these. These are really cool. So these are like, it's like a 3-sided round bead, which makes absolutely no sense until you see it. It's like a little, if I could hold on to it, that would be fantastic. We're just going to watch me throw it all around today. That's what we're going to do. But you can see it has like the little window panes, the little table cut sides, little window into the bead. So when you're looking at it from the top, it's not really round. It's more of a triangle, but it is a roundish bead. That makes no sense. I don't know. It defies all geometry logic there, but super cool. I love those. They have that little Picasso finish to them that I think is absolutely beautiful. And then last but not least are the rondelles to go with this. I love a good rondelle. These are faceted around the edge, but are flat on the top and the bottom, which I love. They're like he-she beads. You can stack these up and they make the coolest texture. But you guys, what a gorgeous assortment this is. Now, again, limited quantities. And these will eventually be gone for good, and there will not be the beads to even come close to restocking these. So you don't want to wait around, particularly if you don't like the thought of your strand being missing. If you wait for the next time that it's restocked, if it's even possible for that to happen, and maybe one of your favorite strands has been replaced with something else. So don't wait out on these because they are in limited quantities, vintage Czech glass, top quality, first run. These have not been picked over. This is not like the bottom of the barrel where we just kind of threw together remnants. No, this is like first run Czech glass beads. Absolutely beautiful beads that you're going to have a hard time finding anywhere else. That's for sure. My favorite strands in this, I have 3 favorites. Are of course the lentil shaped beads. Those, I adore those so much. We've talked about these before in previous assortments. I do love the center drilled flowers. I think that they're absolutely beautiful, and these have that beautiful like copper wash on one side, which I think gives them some really cool dimension. And then my other favorite, of course, being the leaves. I love leaves. I need all the leaves. So if you're looking forward to creating some beautiful fall designs for those fall festivals, or, you know, if you've got a craft booth coming up in the very near future at the end of the summer and you're looking to create some fall and holiday pieces, this is going to be a really nice assortment because you're going to be able to use these leaves in even Christmas designs. I think the rest of the teal colors are definitely going to help you to create some beautiful fall and winter pieces. So pretty, so pretty. Love it, love it. Denise says the TV and pictures don't do them justice, and you are so right. Doesn't do them justice. They're even more beautiful in person. They're absolutely stunning. So I can see why this one has sold out. So don't miss out. Don't miss out. You want to grab this one up because I don't know if we'll even be able to restock it again after this. Megan tries, but it's not always possible. All right, I'm going to move this over to the side. Ruth says, shoot, almost forgot. Hi. Hi to you too. I'm glad. I'm so glad that you're here. All right. Oh, Eric says this assortment has been crazy popular. I think Megan has done it 3 times so far and they keep selling out. Exactly. And you can see why. It was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, speaking of Megan, she also put together what we're doing today. And today we are putting together a kit that I showed you guys last week. A beautiful macrame kit that you can use to create 2 pieces of jewelry, not just 1 piece of jewelry, but you can create 2 pieces of jewelry with this kit. With this kit, you can create a macrame necklace with this awesome enamel moon pendant, and it has mood beads in it. You guys don't know about mood beads. I'm sure that you do, but if you don't, we're going to talk about those a little bit because I've got some extras in the show today that are not included in this little kit. But not only can you create the full necklace, but you can also create the bracelet to go with it, which I think is a lot of fun. So you're going to get 2 pieces of jewelry out of this. Now, imagine, if you will, because we're celebrating, right? We're celebrating Christmas in July. Imagine, if you will, putting this in a stocking of someone that you love and know that loves to make jewelry. This would be the perfect little stocking stuffer. I really think so. And I know that, you know, Christmas in July, it's kitschy and it's fun and it's cute. But the truth is it's never too early to start thinking about the holidays for real. And that's kind of why we do this Christmas in July, is because we know that, like, there are some of you out there who want to get your deals now so you don't have to think about it later. This is a great one. This would be an awesome gift to yourself. This would be a great little stocking stuffer for a jewelry maker in your life. Maybe you've got a young jewelry maker like me. I've got my 15-year-old who absolutely loves to create. This will make a great stocking stuffer for her, and it's got the mood beads in it. So this little kit, as with our previous kits, you guys, it comes with everything. I'm going to lift you up just a little bit so that we can take a look at some of the other things that are in here. So one of the cool parts about this is that you have all of the instructions, right? It's not just, here's the kit, figure it out on your own. No, we have all of the instructions. So what's your mood? Macrame necklace and bracelet kit. And it shows you what all the components are that are included here. It also tells you the supplies that are needed that are not included. And guess what? I have these included in the show. So if you need them, I've got them for you. That's going to be a clipboard or a macrame board. And guess what? There's a macrame board in the show today. So if you want to go ahead and add one of these to your cart, I love this macrame board. It's a great one to work with. We are going to be using it. This is the smaller size out of the ones that are available on the market. I like this one the best because it doesn't take up a ton of room. It is that healable, you know, it's self-healing. So the holes that you poke in it will seal themselves back up most of the time, unless you get a little rogue. It kind of just depends. I have a heavy hand, so don't judge my hole there. Don't look at the little puncture wounds that I left on this one, but I've used this one for a ton of things. We're going to use it today to make life a little bit easier. So macrame board, check. Scissors, I just so happen to have my very favorite pair of scissors in today's show. These are made by Tulip, and these are the sharpest scissors I have ever owned. And if I catch anyone in my house even looking at these scissors like they're going to use them to cut anything other than beading thread, I threaten their lives. And that's no joke, because you guys know you need to keep the blade sharp on these. They cost a little bit more than just paper cutting scissors. And so you don't want to see anybody pick these up and cut a piece of paper, or heaven forbid, a piece of plastic with these. So really nice. They come with a little sheath to keep them safe. And they're made by Tulip, which we love. We love Tulip, don't we? They make great quality items. So I got your scissors for you in today's show. 2 pairs of chain nose pliers. I also have you covered with that. I'm using my Xuron pliers today. Measuring tape. I didn't add any measuring tape, but I'm hoping maybe you have a ruler at home that you can use, and some glue if you need some glue. I got you covered with that as well. We've got these little tubes of E6000, which are really handy to have. And then it tells you what the techniques are used, or are used. What is that grammar? The techniques that are used to create this, which is a square knot. And there's a link for you guys to click on to take you to a tutorial that's going to show you step by step how to do the square knot. Now, I'm going to run you through that today, but just for future reference, if you want to go and check that out, you absolutely can. There's also a little tutorial on how to open and close jump rings. And then you're also going to need to know how to do a lark's head knot, which I'm going to show you how to do. Then it's going to give you the instructions for the necklace, right? You're going to get started from the very beginning. You're going to go through all of the steps. There are even some pictures here, some diagrams. There's the square knot for you. There's the lark's head knot. I'm going to show you how to do both of these things. And it gives you all of the instructions, right? And then you have the bracelet destructions, really? The bracelet directions. Directions and instructions together are your destructions, okay? We're going to put the bracelet, I don't know if we're going to make it through the entire bracelet, but I am definitely going to show you how to get started and how to get those square knots going so that you can be successful at putting this together, all right? So let's take a look, shall we, at what is included in addition to, wow, words are hard, in addition to the instructions. That is the cord that you're going to be using. This is Amia cord from Toho. If you guys love Amia, and I do, I'm a huge fan of Amia cord. Just know that on artbeads.com, there are a ton of colors of Amia. So if you wanted to recreate this on your own, you can pick out whatever colors you want. I have included some extra charms that you could add. You could add to this, or if you wanted to recreate this project with some other charms, they are in the show as well. Some little moons and some stars for you. Included in your kit, though, you have your pendant. You have your little bell bead with your little charm for your bracelet, as well as your jump rings and your clasps, and then your other beads. Now, one of the beads, not just one of them, but one of the kinds of beads that's included in this kit. So we have our metal starburst beads. We have these little guys that look like they're glowing from within, but then we have the mood beads, and the mood beads are super cool. You guys remember mood rings? So this is essentially a mood ring in bead form. And you can see when I had them in the package, they were kind of reddish and a little yellow. In my hands, they're green. And when you warm them up even more, they go blue. So depending on what your mood is, or what your body temperature is, is what your beads are going to look like just heating them up turns them in this beautiful navy. I love that. So pretty. It's a really pretty navy blue. So super cool. I love mood beads so much so that I have added more to the show. Now, I don't have all of the mood beads that are in the show that I can show you in person. I do have one of them, but if you're interested in mood beads, there are more that are on artbeads.com. There, if you click on the shopping bag, you're going to see a whole list of them. They come in other shapes and sizes. This is one that I have that I've been holding on to for a while. This one is in the show. So if you wanted to recreate this, you could, but with different beads. So this is another one of those mood beads. It gets really blue. I'm going to put this one, I'm going to turn on my fan real quick. I'm going to get this one really cold. Or as cold as my fan will get it on one side. Oh, or I'm just going to drop it in the floor. Hold on. This is not going as well as I had hoped. But I was going to try to cool this one down. I'm going to show it to you. So it's like a really light green when it gets cool. But then when you heat it up, it's deep blue and purple. I love that. But there are a lot of these to choose from on artbeads.com, guys, and we have a whole selection of them available just by clicking on that shopping bag. So if you're interested in adding some mood beads to maybe a recreation of this project with different colors, or if you just want to add some mood beads to your jewelry making in general, we have a really nice selection of these. And don't forget, we're celebrating Christmas in July, 20 to 25% off store-wide. And if you spend $75 or more, you are going to get 5 full strands of hurricane glass, Czech glass beads. That's 5 full strands, bonus beads. Who doesn't love bonus beads? All right, let's get started. You want to? Now don't forget, I'm going to drop a new product on you guys here in a little while, so don't go away, okay? Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. All right, so we're going to put together the bracelet, or we're at least going to get started putting together the bracelet. I'm going to show you how to do that, and we are going to refer to the instructions. So, bracelet instructions. Attach 1 jump ring to the clasp. All right, so that's what we're going to do right here. So we're going to take one of our jump rings and one of our clasps, and we're going to grab some tools because that's pretty important. Move that out of the way so I can actually see the comments. That white paper was making things a little difficult. All right, so we're going to take our jump ring between 2 pairs of pliers. These are really cute little triangle jump rings. We're twist to open. We're going to thread our clasp on, and then between 2 pairs of pliers again, we're going to close that back. We're going to make sure we get a really good closure on that because we don't want any openings for anything to slip through there. Okay. All right, so now we are going to take our amite cord here, which I didn't even open in advance, but we're going to open this up real quick. I do have some plastic cutting scissors around here somewhere. I don't know what happened to them. And I am not going to be using my tulip scissors to cut into this. All right, hold on. My goodness. Okay. We're going to measure out 6 feet. That sounds like a lot, but you are going to fold this in half. So keep that in mind, okay? So we are going to measure out 6 feet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so we have measured out 6 feet of our amite cord, and we are going to take the 2 ends together. Okay, take your 2 ends together so that you can find the middle of your cord. Gee, thanks, Eric. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now we are going to create a lark's head knot. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to take your cord, and we've already folded in half, so we're halfway there. Okay. And essentially what we are holding with our fingers is a little loop in the middle of our cord. We're going to take that little loop, and we are going to thread that through our jump ring, just like so. Okay. Then you're going to open that loop up a little wider, and then you're going to pull your cord ends through that loop. Okay, and I know that that sounds complicated, but it's really not. And then when you pull, you have a little lark's head knot, and you have attached your cord to your jump ring, and now you essentially have 2 strands, right? So now we are going to string 9 beads onto both cords that are attached to the clasp. So we are going to get our beads here. All right. And starting from our clasp, I'm going to undo our sample here. So starting from our clasp, we've got starburst bead. So this is going to go onto both strands. Okay, so you're going to thread your starburst bead, then one of these ivory round beads, then a mood bead, another ivory bead. Oh my goodness. All right, then you're gonna thread on your bail bead that has your charm. Okay, another ivory bead, a mood bead, an ivory colored bead. These ivory colored beads are fabulous. That glow from within, love that. We used to call those miracle beads. I don't know if that's an official term or just something that it's just, you know, one of those made up things. All right, and then the starburst bead. Okay. All right, so we've dropped all of those beads on. Okay, all the rest of the beads are for the necklace. Okay, so according to the instructions, this is where things I think are a little unknown to me. So there are instructions for going ahead and adding your second jump ring to this. I'm actually not going to add my second jump ring to this right this second. I'm going to deviate from the instructions just a little bit. If you don't want to deviate from the instructions, then definitely follow those to the T. But I am going to, I'm going to deviate just a little bit. Also, we need to cut another piece of cord here. So we are going to, what in the world? All right, I'm going to cut another piece of cord. I have deviated far, far, far from the instructions. So I'm going to cut myself another piece of cord. All right, I'm going to do this the way that I know how to do this because I am, why not? Okay, so cut myself another piece of cord. And then I'm going to attach this to our macrame board. And we're going to get started because I want to show you these knots. Okay. All right. Now, your macrame board, you can use this in a couple of different ways. Yes, I have cord in my mouth at the moment. You can do this in a couple of different ways. You can use pins on your macrame board if you want to, or you can hook your project into the little grooves. I'm going to use a pin for the top, and I'm going to put the rest of it into the grooves on the bottom. So I'm just going to take that pin and just stick it in where my clasp is. And then down here on the other side, I'm going to take the ends of my cord and I am going to just see how I just stuck them in the little groove there. So now this is all secure. Okay, so now I'm going to take my other cord. This is the one that I am going to do my knotting with. So I'm going to take it, bring my ends together, find the middle, and I'm going to take that underneath the core. When I refer to the core, I'm talking about this part right here where we have added all of our beads, okay? So now I'm going to take all this, bring the middle up underneath our core, and I'm going to start my first square knot. Square knots happen in 2 steps, you guys. Everything you do on one side, you do on the other side. I start on the right, so everything I do on the right, I'm going to then do on the left. So first step, you are going to take your cord that you are knotting with, you are going to create a P shape, okay, on the right. So you can see this is my P shape. That cord is coming across the top of the core, okay? My left cord is going to cross over the top of that cord, and then it is going to go behind the core and up through my P shape. First square knot is always the trickiest because you got to get it anchored on. And then after that, it's much easier to follow the steps. Okay, so that was step 1. And I'm going to slide that on up here right next to my jump ring. Okay. All right, now we have to repeat that with the left. So on the left, we're doing a backwards P shape. It goes across the core. The right cord crosses over that out here on the side, and then it goes behind the core and up through the backwards P shape, so that when you pull, you now have a full square knot. Now, I know that's kind of difficult to see. For one thing, the cord is very close in color to our background here on our macrame board, but you're going to get to see this a bunch more. I'm going to lower you down. Okay, we're going to do some more. So before you even add the first bead, you're going to do a total of 10 of these knots. Okay, so we're going to do another P shape on the right. Okay, the left cord crosses over that out here to the side. Then it goes behind the core and up through the P shape. And then you're going to pull. Okay? Then you're going to repeat that on the left. If you don't repeat that on the left and you just keep going and doing the same thing on the right, you're going to get a spiral. That's not what we're going for here. We're going for a flat square knot. P shape, backwards P shape on the left, right cord crosses over the top of that and then goes behind the core and up through to pull. And then you can see what those square knots look like. Okay? And you'll notice I have scooted those up as close to my jump ring as possible. So now I have a total of 2 full square knots. All right. So we're going to do some more, and I'm going to speed up a little bit. So P shape on the right, left cord crosses over, goes behind, behind and up through. I'm trying to do this through the camera instead of like actually looking at what I'm doing, and it's a little off. All right. Backwards P shape on the left, right cord crosses over, goes behind and up through, and then pull. That's 3. Okay. P shape on the right, left cord crosses over, behind and up through, and pull. And then again on the left, backwards P shape, right cord crosses over, goes behind, through, and pull. So now we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way that you count that is you count the little bumps on the right. So there's 1 bump, 2 bumps, 3 bumps, 4 bumps. That lets me know I have 4 full knots. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Tanya says she loves learning macrame from me. Well, let me tell you guys. So some of you already know this. I mention it all the time. I'm one of those people who will tell the same story 500 times. But in case you didn't know this story, when I was a teenager, I was not allowed to have an after-school job because my parents wanted me to focus on my grades and being a kid. So I wasn't allowed to work. But because I wasn't allowed to work, and I did not come from a rich family, we did not have much money at all, I needed gas money. I had a car that I shared with my mom, but I needed gas money because all of my friends lived across the river in South Knoxville, and I lived on the other side of town, on the other side of the river, and I needed gas money to get across the river to be able to go and hang out with my friends, particularly in the summertime. So I would, during the school year, make macrame jewelry because it was really popular in the 90s. I would make macrame jewelry with lots of blown glass, like pendants, mushrooms, and stuff like that. And I would sell it to all my friends at school for gas money. And that is actually where my jewelry making journey, the biggest part of my jewelry making journey, that's where it started. So macrame is very near and dear to my heart. All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 3 more. Oh, Denise, you're so sweet. You guys are awesome. You're naughty and you're fun and you're also super, super sweet. We have the very best community. And if you are not part of our Art Beads community over on Facebook, please be sure that you go over to Serious Art Beaders, our Facebook group, and join so that you can continue the conversation here after the live is over. Can continue the conversation and post pictures of all of the cool things that you are doing with all of your art bead goodness. All right, now I've lost count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more, and then we're going to add a bead, and then I'm going to drop a new assortment on you. All right. So this is our knot number 10. Now, if you are going to add your beads to this, you are going to knot around those beads. So when you have gotten to 10, you are going to take one of your beads from down here and you are just going to slide that up right into place, okay? Now you are going to create a square knot, and you're going to create a square knot around the bead. I'm going to show you what that looks like. See how it just kind of sits on the edge of that bead? So you're going to do your square knot exactly as you would even if there was not a bead. So it's exactly the same thing, right? Don't change your steps. P shape starts on the right, left cord crosses over, goes behind and up through. And then when you pull, you're going to frame that little bead with your cord, just like so. So you've got a piece of it going on the left and a piece of it going on the right, and now you need to set that in place. Don't forget the second step of your knot. So you're going to do your backwards P shape on the left, right cord crosses over, goes behind and up through, and then pull. And you have added your first bead to your design. And all of the beads that you have, you're going to add those the same way. So you're going to do more knots in between there. And you're going to do all of your knots and then add a bead. All of your knots, add a bead. Even your large hole bead, it's still going to act the same way. You're just going to knot around it, right? Your bell bead with your charm on it, same thing, okay? And you're going to work your way all the way down until you have added all of your beads, and then you are going to follow the instructions in your kit to add your jump ring to the end of this to finish off your piece. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. And the best thing is you can always come back and watch this as a video on demand. You can watch this as many times as you want to really practice those square knots. You can watch and hit rewind and watch it again. Hit rewind and watch it again and get all the practice that you need before you mess up your materials, because I have a tendency to do that. So practice with your cord before you start your bracelet. Practice with those square knots if you're not comfortable with them. Get comfortable with them. Watch the video over and over again. Watch some of our other awesome videos where we've done more macrame, and get comfortable with it, and then put your bracelet together. I do encourage you to grab the macrame board because it's really, really handy. It helps for so many things. All right, it's time, you guys. It's time to drop a new item. So I'm going to sit this over here to the side, okay? All right, now, a couple of things that I want you to do. I want you to remember, first of all, this beautiful teal strand assortment, okay? I want you to remember this one. I want you to remember all the beady goodness that's here, right? And remember how quickly these sell out, because as Eric mentioned, this one has sold out 3 times, and I'm trying desperately to make it 4. So remembering that sometimes we can restock these, but not always, okay? Now I'm going to show you a new strand assortment that, quite honestly, I think would look really nice mixed with this one. That's why I'm showing you this one, because I want you to grab this one if you haven't already, or maybe you need 2 of them. Maybe you need some more. I don't know. But I'm going to drop a brand new strand assortment that would pair really, really nicely with this one. So I'm going to scoot this one back up here out of the way. This one is coming in hot right now. Brand new. All right, here we go. So this one is in gorgeous neutrals, okay? What does this one have in it that I love? The lentil beads. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And look, they look so pretty with it. Like, this is the perfect little complement to each other. Okay, and I know this is a hot mess up here, but just so that you have these colors in mind. I think these two would look so nice together. So this one does look beautiful on its own. I'm feeling like Christmas vibes with this color. All right, let's see what else we've got here. I love these. So these are double drilled, which means that you can create some really cool double strand designs. I would love to add these to memory wire, maybe pop some seed beads in between them, or restring this onto some stretch cord and just make a really cool wide stretch bracelet out of them. I love that. And you guys know I'm gaga for neutral colored beads. These are super cool. So these are drops, but they're kind of paddle shaped. These add a lot of fun texture to a design. They are like gray and coffee colored. I love those. Those are really, really cool. I'd love to put these in the front of a necklace to add some really cool texture. Love that. Those are super cool. All right. This is a popular bead that we have seen actually in some of our designer balloons that you guys absolutely adore. And that is the frogs. I love the frogs, you guys. Love them. Look how cute. These little frogs in like this smoky brown. It's like tortoise shell. That's what it's kind of reminding me of. Tortoise shell frogs. It's an odd mix. But I love them. And it's a full strand of these. So you're going to be able to use these as a billion focals, not a billion. But you're going to be able to get these. If you use these as your focals, you'll be able to make a ton of pieces. 3 of them on a bracelet, and then make a couple of earrings, little pairs of earrings to go with that. Super cute. Super cute. I love this color palette so much. All right. Now, another bead that I cannot get enough of is white. White leaves, and they don't even have to be leaves. If you just need white teardrops, they're great, and they're drilled from top to bottom, so they're not drilled across the top. You don't have to worry about any kind of wire wrapping. You can quite literally just thread these on to your bead stringing materials or your head pins or whatever. Love that. So pretty. All right. These are giving me Christmas vibes right here. Check these out. I don't even know what you call these, but they're so cool. That's such an interesting shape. So they're drilled through the front. Then they have this gold wash on them, which I think is really cool. Let me turn them upside down. They're like little mushrooms. I think those are really neat. They kind of give me like vintage Christmas ornament vibes for sure. Love those. I think those are really, really cool. Also going to add a lot of fun texture to your designs. Eric says we've decided those are Taylor Swift microphones. I see it. I see it for sure. I love it. I love it. It sounds like something Becky had a hand in. Leaves. More fabulously, this might be my favorite leaf color in a very, very long time. Black and gray. I need all of these. I need my gosh, I need Megan to send me. I was about to say Michelle can send them to me too. I need Megan to send me like a whole box of just these. I think they're fabulous. I love those. Those are so cool. This is such a pretty color palette. All right. These are really cool. So this is like a hematite silvery gray with the little shamrocks on them. Those are so fun. I love those a lot too. Ooh, I like those mixed with those leaves. That is fun. That's a little rock and roll, which you guys know I'm always a little rock and roll, a little rebel at heart over here. All right, 2 more additions to this. These metallic drops are also a little rock and roll and very fabulous. I love these. So these are purpley bronze, hematite gray, what I think you would call iris finish. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Quote me on a lot of things, you guys. I know nothing, Jon Snow. Okay, last but not least, these are also super cool. This is such a beautiful, beautiful assortment. Are these gorgeous gray. I love these. These have like this kind of milky inside to them. So pretty. They're very, very different. I don't have anything that looks like this, so these are really exciting to me, and I do love gray. So pretty. Oh my gosh, what a great assortment, you guys. Limited quantities, as always, on these incredible strand assortments. Now, the ones that are loose, they were strands. They've just come off of their cotton. And so you may get some that are in a bag instead of on a strand, but it is, in fact, a full strand amount. Robin says, those are gorgeous. I agree. It's such a beautiful color palette. These are still my favorite. I adore these so, so much. And I think that this is a beautiful complement to the teal. You can't go wrong with bronze and brown and teal together. You just can't. Like, that's just, they work. It works together. So maybe you grab both of them, right? Maybe you do. Maybe you're trying to hit that $75 mark so that you can get your free 5 strands of the hurricane glass too. Like, look at all this beady goodness. Oh my gosh. You guys, come on. If I didn't bring the beads today, I don't know. I must be doing something wrong, because I feel like I brought all the beads to the yard. I did. I did it. I did it. Hooray for me. No, you guys, I definitely would add both of these to your cart, because I don't know that the teal is going to continue to be able to be restocked. And of course, this one is also in limited quantities. We're celebrating Christmas in July with 20 to 25% off store-wide. And if you hit that $75 mark, you are going to get your 5 full strands of Czech glass hurricane beads. They're absolutely beautiful. These are stunning. Going to add some really cool texture to your designs with these. Don't forget about the macrame kit that we just put together, guys. That not only does it create the bracelet that we were working on, but you're also going to have all the parts to create the full-size necklace as well. Makes a wonderful gift to yourself or to somebody else. Make a great little stocking stuffer, right? We're celebrating Christmas in July. It's never too early to start thinking about those holidays and the makers that are in your life, or a potential maker, right? Because you've got the step-by-step instructions. So if they are brand new and maybe they've never made anything before and they would like to get started, that's a great way to get started, is with a little kit. They don't have to buy anything extra. It has all the materials. And then you could throw in some of the extra charms and some of the extra mood beads that I've included in the show today, so that they can take it one step further. Once they've completed this, maybe they'll be inspired to create something else. You can add some more mood beads to to your cart and add those as a little bonus gift as well. Hey, I'm shopping for myself here. I'm thinking about all the gifts I can give myself. And Ari, I mean, come on. She would love the necklace. She's not here. She's at band camp, so she's not getting to see all the beady goodness today. All right, guys, I'm going to turn you around, okay? This is a good opportunity for you guys to take a few minutes here to finish your shopping, right? You can finish your shopping. You can go ahead, add your items to your cart and finish your shopping experience. Go ahead and check out. It's also a great chance for you while you're doing that to ask any questions if you've got them. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of scroll back through the comment section because I always forget. I always miss a lot of what's going on. Eric always gets to hang out. Michelle gets to hang out, and I get busy in the zone, and I miss out on all the craziness. So if there was anything I missed, I definitely wanted to take a second to take a look. And again, if you've got a question or comment, now's the time. Christy said it's more like Christmas with all those beads, and Wanda said stocking stuffer. We're going to need a bigger stocking. Yes, you are. Because guys, I'm not the only one dropping new products. I hope, and if you're not doing this already, I hope that you are setting your reminders to check out all of the other amazing designers here on artbeads.com. Be sure you are setting your reminders for their shows and looking at all of the amazing projects that they are putting together and the new product drops that they have as well, because I'm not the only one who's got the fun beads to lay out for you guys. They always have something fun going on too. You want to set your reminders for those. Best way to do that is to sign up for the newsletter on the website. Also be sure that you're signing up for the text messages. The text messages are the very best way to remind yourself of the lives. I have tried to set up notifications for myself on my phone and through like Facebook and stuff, and I always mess them up somehow. But signing up for that text reminder, I don't even have to think about it. Somebody else is doing the hard work for me and just reminds me, hey, you need to make your way on over to artbeads.com/live to see what's going on. All right, scrolling back through here. You guys are so much fun. Sharon says she wants a lottery to get into the warehouse. You would not know what to do. There are so many beads. The warehouse, I have dreams about being in the warehouse, going through beads. Like when I tell you that we have only scratched the surface when we look at these little strand assortments, you would not believe the amount of beads. And I don't know what this is about. So I'm just going to sit on my hand. You wouldn't believe the amount of beads that are available to play with and to look at and be inspired by. So cool. Sharon says it sounds like it sounds wow, I can't even read. I can count, as Eric has so nicely pointed out. But reading, not so much today. She said it sounds overwhelming, but like bead heaven, it is incredible. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Christy. Hey, Jackie, that's not a bad problem. You can never have too many beads. You never have too many beads, right? Debbie says she loves the text reminders. So you guys can sign up for those. There's a little, there's a link on the live page. It's in purple and it says set up text. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day and get into the weekend here. I have no idea what this weekend has in store for me, but the first thing I'm going to do is clean up all these beads. Who wants to come do that? Would you like to come over and do that for me? I have such a mess, but I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to find my way to the kitchen, fix myself a little something, and start my weekend inspired. I am completely inspired by these incredible strand assortments, and I hope that you are too. So thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I hope that you were inspired, and I hope that you are definitely taking advantage of the 20 to 25% off that's going on store-wide right now as we celebrate Christmas in July. And don't forget, $75 is going to get you 5 full strands of hurricane glass beads. That's a bonus that you can't beat. I'm just saying. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back with you guys same time, same place next week with another fun project for you guys. I'm looking forward to it. I hope that you stay cool and have a good one. I love you. Mwah.